Hi everyone, I'm Jorge. I'm creator community manager at Gronda. Today I'm going to interview Keith Pears. He's a chef from Canada. He's content creator on Gronda, and now he's gonna introduce himself first. Keith, how are you?
I'm so good. Thanks, Jorge. Thanks for having me. Um, Everyone, my name's Keith Pears. I'm an executive chef at a hotel that just opened up in Toronto, Canada. It's called the W Hotel. We are the second W in Canada. The first one is in Montreal. So it's really been a fun project to be on the last 2.5 years. We've been open now for 3 months, which is really great. But for me personally, I started my career as a young child because both my parents are chefs. So I kind of grew up in the industry with them, following them around restaurant to restaurant. And then, as a teenager, I started washing dishes and kind of working my way up the ranks. And then I entered into culinary school and did my apprenticeship program there. And then worked for my first half of my career in restaurants, and my second half now has been with hotels. So just kind of learning a lot of business side of things with being in hotels, but still a brand like W, I'm able to stay connected to the scene. And we have 3 different restaurant outlets, so it really allows me to focus what I really loved when I started cooking, which is being in that restaurant scene and connecting with guests and making them happy. So
That's nice. So it comes from really long time ago when you were young. I didn't know that.
yeah. Some people do, some people don't, but yeah, like my early days is really playing in my grandparents' restaurants, going and turning the open and close sign around and helping my grandma peel potatoes and things like that. So it's been a long journey, but it's been fun.
Nice. So Keith is, as I said, Keith is a content creator. You're a content creator on Gronda, and I'm super interested. Also, is does this because you take care a lot of your social media, and then you post great content, great recipes on Gronda, and then in other platforms as well. Does this come from when you were young as well? This content creation? Are you really into social media and things like this since the first days?
I think I just started getting into social media as a chef when I first became an executive chef, which is back in 2014, and I was trying to get my name out there and trying to promote who I was and get people to know me. Just because I felt like I wanted people to know like what we were doing and what my team was doing as well. And just started with the social platforms there, and then just kind of growing into like as we got into COVID, just spending more and more time on it because I had the time. Was previously to COVID, like I was kind of working towards that. And then in COVID, I just had a lot more time. So I was working with photographers and videographers, and it was just a lot of fun because I always like to kind of be in the, I don't know, like I always just found it unique creating, right? Like it was just always fun to create. Doesn't matter what it is you're creating. I just like to be creative. And then so combining now like food portion of it into like the camera portion and then seeing the end result, it's super cool because like when you're able to see the video kind of come to life and then what behind the scenes is completely different. So just to be able to work with other like-minded creative people, it's been really fun.
Nice. Does so the idea was basically to show the world what you were up to, right? Did you have a strategy also, or did you just started with, okay, let's see what happens?
Just start, let's see what happens. I wouldn't say it was a full strategy, just definitely trying to do a little bit of research, what works, what doesn't work. That's really what's going to help you with your success is just to do it because everyone's page is going to be different. Everyone's social platforms will be different. What works for me might not work for the other chef, or what works for him might not work for me because it just depends on the content you're creating and the food you're creating, and whether it's whatever you're trying to do, like add some humor to it, tell a really cool story or just show some cool techniques. It's just everyone's strategy is different, and I think like the strategy just comes naturally, and then once you know what works, you double down and you just focus on what works.
And this has be later, like after that, probably after you started, then you started this concept of personal brand, probably where, then the strategy comes more into the game. Have this made a change in what you're doing, what you're creating, how often you create content?
I mean, I try to like my last name is Pears, so like the fruit, the pear, right? It's very similar. So I try to tie that in, but I haven't like focused as much as I want to on it yet. I just haven't had the time. Having a full-time job and then having other brand partnerships and things like that, and content creation. It's just your day gets very full very quickly, right? And then you need to sleep and rest and stay healthy. So with all that included, it's hard to focus sometimes on those things, but I would like to focus a little bit more on that in the future and tying that in, whether it's like pear flavored ingredients and just, getting merchandise, some clothing and things like that, maybe a product, that a kitchen tool, that I want to work on and develop. So
Has your presence on social media helped you in your career at some point?
yeah, definitely. I think like, wherever I work and they see that I have a following, they're very appreciative of that, that I'm able to help bring business in through my social platforms, and also it's also helped with recruiting. There's a lot of young cooks that want to work with me because they see that. What you see on social sometimes is not the real life in a kitchen. So I always try to make that clear. There are foundational things that you need to kind of have in place. But to show that we can do some cool food together, it is good to attract talent.
That's very important. Now I hear more and more people struggling with recruiting and attracting talent in the industry. So I guess this has been helpful.
100% has been helpful because I'm actually like completely full. I'm very fortunate that people want to work here. We have a great brand as well. We have a great team. We have a lot of good chefs on my team, and we're able to, offer something where, it's a really good culture. You come in, you work hard, you have fun, but we also try to make nice food. And having the social, I actually have people I want to hire, but I can't because I don't have space right now. It's a good problem. It's a good problem to have.
That's a good problem to have, 100%.
Yeah.
And Keith, with all this busy agenda that you have, how do you organize yourself to be so active on social media?
I just try to, my calendar keeps me up to date. I check it every day. I check my calendar, I lock it in. You just got to make time. Everyone has the same 24 hours in the day, right? And to stay a content creator, you need to make commitments, and you just got to stay committed to those goals, right? Like you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. So just finding the time with the people that I like to work with, and locking it in, and then just making sure that we hold ourselves accountable and staying true to those deadlines.
Do you have some help with recording? Record with a professional, or some videos you do them
It's
yourself?
more of like a friend. It's more of a friend. I have a couple of friends that I work with for photography, and then video. Shakib, he does a lot of the videos for me for Gronda, and we work together, and we've kind of developed a style. You can see our style is a little bit darker, a little bit more moody, fun, very quick, really cool shots, engaging shots. But then you also, with Gronda, you get the recipe and everything like that included. So, yeah, but we've been working together on that now for the year. So he's good. I really like working with him.
It's true that your videos really look like your videos. So you have a really defined style. That's super nice.
Yeah, that's what we were going for. We were trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and what we like, and what we like watching. And that's what we kind of like watching. So we stuck with that.
Like, tell us a bit deeper. The calendar is important, of course. You say you're going to do something, you just fit it into your calendar and you do it. But how does it look like in real life? Like, you record at home, you record at the kitchen, your work, or?
Everyone always asks us too. Like, they're like, "Oh, where do you record?" Like, they think we're in a studio, but no, I'm just in my at home. Like, we put up a black backdrop. I bring my wooding block on the table, on my dining table, and we just shoot there. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, easily at home. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, if it looks nice, the background is nice. Of course, the perfect thing would be to have a professional kitchen in the background, but if you like sort it out in terms of close footages, and then the background looks nice, I don't think it's an issue to record at home. I always say it to the creators.
Yeah. I mean, that is my goal. I would like to have like my own like studio where I can, maybe do some private catering out the side or private dining, and but also be able to use it as a content creation studio where I could do different videos and photo shoots. That's my goal to get that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, would be amazing if your
Yeah,
videos are already
just
super nice.
fun
Imagine with
place
a
to go.
studio.
Fun place to go hang out. Have a sofa, TV, cookbooks everywhere. Whatever you want. Have a drink, and yeah.
What do you think about the creator program? Why did you start in the creator program?
Because you. No, I like we chatted, and I thought the program was cool. There wasn't anything out there on the market like it, and I thought, why not try something new and give it a shot. And the reason, I guess, why I feel a sense of purpose to want in my position now to want to make sure that I can share as much as I can share with the people
That's
and
nice.
like the younger generation. So whether they're professional chefs or younger cooks, like to me, it doesn't matter. Like, I want to make sure that I can pass on whatever I know, and be able to share that with people. So whether that's through Gronda or, I thought that was a great platform for me to be able to do that. So
That's really nice. This willingness to share. That's the best case scenario we can have in the creator program, of course, because it's all about this. Oh, in Gronda in general, not only the creator program. That's what Gronda is about, right? Sharing and inspiring others, and yeah, of course, getting inspiration from others as well, who are sharing
yeah.
their things. What do you like the most about the creator program? What's like what because you started because that you know that you wanted to share with others,
Hmm.
but right now after a year, I think you started year and 2 months ago,
Hmm.
so August 2021.
Yeah.
After all this time, what has been your favorite thing on from Gronda, from the creator program so far?
I mean, there's a lot of great things. I mean, I think the master classes are cool. Like nobody else is doing that. I think now, as the programs evolve, communicating with people is a lot easier. You know, um, and also too for me, like as a creator or as a cook, sometimes I also get into a rut, maybe where I can't think of something, because my mind is so busy. So and it just allows me to pull inspiration as well from other chefs around the world. So there's a lot of different things that it offers, but yeah, it's hard to pick one. So I think those three is good.
It's difficult to pick one a lot of times. Also,
Yeah,
we try to bring a lot of value. So yeah, we expect to have more than one thing in people's minds as favorite things. We try
yeah.
to, at least. We try to. Keith, what would you say to someone who is starting to create content, or someone who's starting, or someone who is thinking of starting? What would you suggest?
Um, well, if you're thinking about starting and you're thinking about it, but you want to do it, I would just do it. Just start, because when I first started, like if you have this cell phone, you can start. There's nothing to hold you back. Your first video that you film or photo that you take may not look as what the same 5 years from now, or even a year, shorter term, a year. But the process of your growth is what's like really cool and interesting, you know. Um, when you're able to look back and see where you started, or you know I think it's really cool. But I think the biggest thing that holds you back is it's always yourself, right? So as I've gotten older, I've been able to like not hold back as much, because the things that I've learned in life. But yeah, you just got to do it. You just got to start. You have a cell phone, you don't have any excuses. So
People make excuses a lot. Yeah, 100%. It's like,
yeah.
what will people say? What will people think about me? What if my content is not perfect? I
Yeah,
see a lot of this.
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, we all started there. You know what I mean? Like we all started from a cell phone. Like we all started from like whatever tripod you had at home, or a book, putting it up against a book, or hanging it on a shelf above to get the overhead view. Like, we all came up with these creative ways to film, and then learning the apps on how to edit your videos and things like that. So, yeah, you just gotta start.
We always suggest to the creators to make their content with the phones. So you're right that you don't need anything else than your phone and the willingness. That's all you need.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course, you need to be confident about what you do. Just try. Of course, the first one will not be perfect. The second one might not be perfect either. But after 3, 4 videos, you will start getting it
yeah.
running, and then things will improve a lot.
100%. And that's again, it's the process, right? It's the learning process. Like, if you didn't make the first 3 videos, like, you wouldn't learn, right? So, like, you just got to start, and just embrace the process, right? Trust the process, that that you will get there.
Trust the process. Yes. All right, Keith. That was it.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you
Jorge.
for, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for participating. It was
Yeah,
a pleasure.
always nice seeing you.
You too. Wish you all the best, and yeah, looking forward to more creations. Go check his profile on Gronda, of course. Keith
Yeah,
Pears.
awesome. Thank you,
Take
guys.
care. Bye bye.
Ciao.